Hello all, my name is Ludwin. I'm going to be introducing to y'all the first drop of the season from an Irrational Element. This is a label helmed by Kai Bolween. I believe he's based out of Belgium now, and this is a label we've been carrying for a couple years at this point. We were really taken by the cloths and different fabrics that they use. The shapes are all generally very relaxed, very easy to get into, something you want to wear, which I think is a big deal because sometimes you buy something nice, you don't even want to put it on because it's too nice. This is nice and you really want to wear it and you want to put some miles on it. So that's really what their whole deal is. We've got some new introductions. Let's start it off with this guy here. This is a shape that they've had for some time. It's called their artist shirt. This is going to be like their relaxed camp collar style. This fabrication is also pretty intense. It's kind of like this waffle knit, but it's 100% linen, so it's not like a waffle knit that you'd expect in a thermal. You just kind of get those little pockets of cloth and the recesses and the parts that come out that you get on a waffle knit, but it really does just create some nice like pockets of air on your body, the same way that seersucker would kind of naturally do that, keep the fabric off. This does that same thing, just with a more pretty dope. Wow, a lot of honking outside. I do apologize if horns are being heard on this. New York is getting lively. Yeah, so pretty relaxed. You can see in my hand here, this is a size large, and the way that it's draping off, it's not what a usual large does. So very nice, big, relaxed fit. I think for these, a lot of the styles from Irrational, you'll see are only sizes small, medium, and large. So you'd probably take your usual size. If you are like an XL, I think you can get away with a large in most cases. So feel free to try a size down, but I think your usual size will get you there. Yeah, so this is a great one. And then we also have that same artist shirt in another color in a different fabrication. This is what they call their moss green, and this is a ramie. Ramie, it's another plant fiber, the same way that cotton and linen are plant fibers. This does that same thing. It just has a pretty sweet texture to it that I feel like I've never seen done in another cloth. It's pretty sweet. I think something to appreciate up in hand. It kind of has these geometric, almost like chevron shapes going on in it. This one, it holds itself a little bit more than the other one. This drapes a lot more. This is kind of what you'd expect of a nice, crisp camp collar shirt. I like that they're finished with these branded horn buttons. You can see here. It says an Irrational Element on the sides there, so nothing too in your face, but when you look down, when you're putting the buttons on, you can really appreciate it, which, it's the details for yourself, not for other people. You can still keep them in the if you know kind of category of brand. So yeah, really sweet. In that same fabrication, we have the Sheffield trouser. Sheffield trouser was a shape that we picked up a couple seasons back, and it's back for more. It's just a really good, reliable one. It's pretty, I'd say, what is it? Minimal. It's minimal in the details you've got going on. It's more or less a straight leg that does have a slight taper to it, but it's not too slim, not too wide. I feel like it's a comfortable pant for most guys to get into, and it does have this inverted box pleat on either side. So whereas a lot of pleats can kind of like jut out and create a lot of volume up top, this just kind of, you still get the volume that you want from a pleat, but it's done so in a way that's very inconspicuous. It just flows down the leg very naturally, really nicely. The ramie is a great cloth in that, I feel like I said before, it holds its body a bit more, but it's very breathable and like flowy in the same way that you'd want from a linen trouser. So you kind of get a little bit of the best of both worlds. You get a flap back pocket there with that branded horn button. So really sweet. Enjoy this one a lot. Also found in small, medium, and large. I think the sizing conversion should be listed online, but it's like if you're like a 30-32, take a small, 32-34, medium, 34-36, take the large. If you're larger than that or smaller than that, unfortunately, out of luck with these guys. Next up, we have got their zip kind of like pop over shirt, the vintage shirt, I believe is what they call it. Let me show you how this zips down. Look at that, bam. You zip it down, and then you kind of have this open V-neck collar situation, which, kind of like foreshadowing for the style that I'm going to show you next. But this is also in their ramie cloth. It's in their ecru color. This is something that we've done maybe like 3 summers in a row. It's just really good. I feel like this is kind of what you want out of a summer shirt. So every season, there's some guys that miss out on it. So hopefully those guys can get fed, and then the new guys introduced to the brand this time around can also have their first chance at it. Really sweet. It's going to be fitting a little bit oversized just because it's a popover. You don't want things to fit too close to the body. It's just hard to get it on. So this makes it easy to get on, easy to get out. It does have these 2 large side entry pockets. The pockets are large, but the opening is not. So you can keep things secure to your chest there, which is pretty sweet. Has a curved opening. Yeah, I mean, I guess in theory, it's something you could wear like a shirt. You could tuck it in. I'd probably just wear it like a smock. It's very, very nice. I enjoy it a lot. As I mentioned before, that foreshadowing little tidbit, we've got just this the V-neck open collar like popover situation here. It's really dope. It's done in this, I believe it's called Tessura silk, which is a naturally harvested silk. I believe it's like an ethically sourced. They take the silk fibers from like moth nests that have already departed the nest. So instead of like killing a bunch of small worms, they're just taking already created fibers and then making a beautiful fabric out of it. This is actually the natural coloration that comes when you spin the fiber too. So all of these like really sweet like dark long streaks of the black. It's kind of like how a natural cotton, you'll get those little cotton seeds in there, and it's like pretty sweet to see those little black flecks. Whereas here you get long old streaks, a ton of texture, really dope. And you can just tell people, yeah, this thing's silk, man. It's luxurious, it's nice. But unlike silk, unlike a lot of like tightly woven silks, they can be pretty insulating. This is still a very breathable and breezy thing, especially the way it's cut with that deep V. I personally like styling it with a tank underneath that you can see Willie styled over here. Just because it is a pretty deep V, if you do want for modesty's sake, just to have something covered up, it still works really nice and you get some dimension going, but you could also just wear it without that, bring it to the beach and it's just kind of your default go-to popover. Yeah, really, really nice. I love the shade on this. I think this is one that's gonna go quick. Very dope. Next up is the shirt that I'm wearing, but we've got it in two colors. This is what they call the Louis shirt. For those that may or may not know, if you follow an Irrational Element or Kai, Louis is the name of his poodle. It's a very large, beautiful dog. We see him in the showroom every single season. And it's just a friendly face that we relate to the brand. I feel like you'll even see his name and face like in little pockets here and there. Kai will put like little Easter eggs. But yeah, just kind of harnessing that same friendly nature of his dog. That's kind of what this shirt jacket is. It's going to be like your companion for the spring, summer. It's made kind of more shirt than jacket, I'd say. You get like oh yeah, look at that, boom. It says AIE in cursive on the cuffs, and you also get that same like chain stitch embroidery here on the pockets. The pockets have these like quirky little asymmetrical features where one is an open pocket that has that embroidery. The other has, a flat button pocket. Oh yeah, there's a little, it's not exactly big enough to fit most pens I found. I think it's just kind of nice to put like a little pin. You could have a little cute little, stick something else to just make yourself even more friendly, more appealing. This, I believe, is made in India, which is, I think, a newer feature of an Irrational Element. And they're both in 100% cotton with these like really sweet like striations of different colors. This one being indigo, and this some kind of mix between like burgundy and brown. They fit on the relaxed side, so take your usual letter size if you want kind of like that shirt jackety, toss over whatever you're wearing kind of a feel. I'm wearing a size large here, and this is how it fits me. This is the size I normally wear. I'm a big fan. And yeah, these are great shirts. I really like how like the greenish hues go into the indigo. I feel like indigo can a lot of times just be this deep inky blue, so you really appreciate the variation of color there. Whereas this one you get, the brown and burgundy that I mentioned before. They also have these hand pockets on the side. Don't miss that. So otherwise, it would just be a shirt. Now it's a shirt jacket. Let's go in with some polos. I want to get Kenshawn in the mix. He's wearing, this is a new piece we've got going on. We got some knitwear. They started working with some knitters and some yarn producers out in Nepal. So we have this nice cotton cashmere mix. Cashmere in the spring, summer, you might be like, whoa, what's going on? But it's not that much cashmere, 15%, mainly cotton. And what that really does, it gives you like a unique softness. I feel like it's not something you feel like this soft and plush in the spring, but it's still very breathable, very nice, cool drying the same way that cotton usually is. Two really nice colors. They call this Sakura. If you're familiar with Naruto, that's like Sakura's hair color, but it's also just the cherry blossom. So yeah, just this pretty pink color. And then we have a nice like caramel camel color. Two really sweet ones. The fit on them is going to be on the slimmer side, especially straight out of the package. So I would not reference measurements on this. It's going to be pretty misleading because once you put it on, once you let your body let the thing form to it, it works out well. What are you wearing here, Kenshawn? Tell them.
I am wearing the XL. So this is the XL. As you can see, it's pretty slim for an XL. I'm typically like a large. But like Ludwin said, I took it out. It looked like a medium. But there's so much like stretch to it, and it's so forgiving. It'll fit over you for the most part, unless you're like a double XL, you know, it's going to be a little tough. But even if you're like a true XL, you know, it's just going to fit more form-fitting and start to fit your body. But it feels incredibly comfortable. This is, it's probably going to be like the softest thing you wear in the summertime because of that cashmere content. It just feels incredibly soft on body, but still light. Still feels good.
Yeah, I feel like it's a kind of like odd feature where like something is kind of hugging and caressing your body in a way that we're not used to, but it also feels as if you're not even wearing it because it's that soft and light. It's really nice. I feel like it takes a tuck very nicely just because it does hug the body, but you could also just let it out, let it kind of stack. It's pretty sweet. So we recommend sizing up if possible, but if not, take your true size. Kai takes his true size, and it fits him well. He's a nice, strong man. If you're a nice, strong man, take your usual size.
Do it.
And last up, we've got a piece that I'm wearing, but we've got two colors of them. It is the same cotton cashmere mix, except done in a tank top. And not like a usual like tank top that has like a deep scoop neck. This is more of like a sleeveless tee, I'd say. But you get all of the nice finishings that you would with like a proper knitwear piece. You get like these like pearled edges. You get nice ribbed collar and hem. And it doesn't like squeeze in at the bottom either. It kind of like drapes out. I can show you with the one I'm wearing here. Bam. You know, it's tucked in a little bit in the front, and it has this little tag.
Go ahead, take the whole thing off.
Oh, he's holding so much.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold it
You
for.
can see right here, bam. It comes out very, very dope. I'm taking a size large here, and you can see this is the fit that you'd want. This is my arm that comes out. You can see me. I'm rotating. We're rotating. And this is the tank top. Yeah, I think it's pretty dope. I'm a very big fan of it. I'd say like they fit quite similarly, both the polo and the tank top. It's just that I think we're more used to a tank top fitting this way versus a polo.
Yep.
So I think you can usually take your usual size. I'm taking a large here. I've tried on the XL as well, and the fit is quite similar, honestly, just because I think it adapts and expands to the body that's filling it. So yeah, take your true size of open, size up if you'd like, but otherwise these two really good, versatile colors. Lastly, from Irrational Element, we also have, bam, this cap. This cap is in that ramie cloth that I mentioned that the shirts and the trousers are made of. It's the same color as the Ecru vintage shirts. You can see there. You can really match if you want to have a full set, but otherwise, it's just a really nice, versatile little bucket cap. We've got a couple of these in. I'll toss it on, show you how it fits. You could do this thing. You could do you're wearing a little bucket. You could roll up the top a little bit, you know, be a nice little happier, friendly young man, or an older gentleman if you'd like, or whoever else wants to. You could gift it to anybody. It doesn't need to be me. It could be anybody. It doesn't need to be you. But yeah, that's Irrational Element. Really, really happy with this drop. Hope y'all shop it. Hope y'all really enjoy it. Comment what you like about it. Subscribe. Hit the bell. Watch the other videos. Yeah. Take care, y'all.
Peace.